I don't want the people on the replay to have to wait through waiting. So anyway, today we're going to talk about some people call it like a temperature check question, usually before they drop the price. Now, there's definitely different methods. I'm talking about this is more of an offer where people kind of go through, tell you about the program, right? You tell them about your program, what it consists of. Before dropping the price, you ask a temperature check question. Now, there's many ways to do it. In fact, one of my favorite ways now is dropping the price up front before going into the offer. And it's really interesting because there's a couple methods to it, but like most people, when you're going through the offer, the whole time they're thinking like, how much is this going to cost? How much is this going to cost? Okay, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds expensive. And they're not even like listening sometimes. So dropping the price up at the top of the offer it's a really cool approach. You should consider that. It's not for everybody. But anyway, this is not that. This is talking about people who go through their offer. They have like a temperature check question, something to the effect of, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like, this isn't for you, and 10, this is exactly what I need, or something like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel that this program, whatever, fits with you? And there's a lot of school of thoughts. Most people will say 7 or 8. Some people will say 5. It's kind of a good gauge to see where they are, right? And one of the things that almost everyone I've ever heard of does is they say, like, let me switch my iPad. They say, where do you want to be? Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? And let's just say they say, oh, I'm an 8. And most people that I've heard will say, oh, 8, okay, gotcha. What do you need to be a 9 or a 10? Right? And that's not the way to do it. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is when they say 8, you're going to say, okay, cool, 8, gotcha. That makes sense. So they say 8, and you say, interesting, 8, gotcha. Why an 8? Why not a 2? Okay? Then they're going to go, wow, because I really need to get this handled. I've been struggling with this for like 6 months, and I've just been spinning my wheels. I've been on the hamster wheel, whatever they're saying, right? They're going to start telling themselves that, right? So by you asking them, instead of trying to get them to a 10, right? We want them to justify their 8, right? Like, why an 8? Why not a 2? Just wondering. Oh, because of X, because of Y, because of Z. And what are they doing right now? Right? They're convincing themselves. They're selling themselves on it, right? So they say, well, because I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. But when you try to go the other way, they know what you're doing. Well, I don't even know the price yet. How can I give it a 10 if I don't know the price, or whatever it is, right? So when they justify to you, they have to justify their 8 to you, right? So they're giving you all these reasons. They're selling themselves on why the program's a fit, which is what we want before we drop the price. We want them to tell themselves why it's not a 2. And they give you all these reasons. And then you say gotcha. Okay, well, that makes sense. Just curious, what do you think you would need to be like a 9 or a 10? And notice the pace, right? Not just blurting out, oh, do you think you need to be a 9 or a 10? Like, that's not going to work. So take your time, pause. I'm just curious. What do you think? Even saying like a couple ahs in it, even like I know what I'm going to say. I don't have to say but I throw it in there, right? Like, what do you think? Whatever, that's too slow. Anyway, I'm in my head now. Like, anyway, so 8 or 9. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm just curious. What do you think you need to be a 9 or a 10? And they tell you, well, I need to know that it's definitely going to work for me. I did programs before, it didn't work. Whatever they tell you, they're going to give you something. I need to know the price and this and that. Now they're like ready for your offer, right? And then you're going to flush out anything that could come up, right? Any kind of things that they, maybe you missed on. Maybe they told you, well, I really think I need the accountability piece. And I don't know if your program has that to the level I would need, right? Or something like that. Then you can clarify and say, well, let's make sure it's even right for you first, and then go into the accountability piece, if it is, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So That's the whole frame, is to go the opposite way. We're not trying to get them to a 10. We're trying to get them to prove why they're an 8 or why they're a 7, right? 7, okay, gotcha, that makes sense. And just curious, or you can use that whatever you want to. Like, okay, why a 7 though? Why not a 2? And having these questions, going against the grain, right, is a really good thing. I'm going to keep this video short today. I think we only have a few minutes here. Shit, it's already almost 6 minutes. So another thing too is, like, even if they commit to it, right, and they say, yeah, let's do it. And I would say, like, are you sure? Yeah. Well, you don't sound sure. I'll make them prove. What makes you think that you're sure to do this? Right? And they're going to keep coming to you. But the problem is we're trying to pull in. And you know the whole push-pull thing, right? The more I try to convince you and get you to come in, the more you push away. The more I push away, the more they come to me, right? So, well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. If you're not committed, like let's not even do this then, because I don't want you to come back tomorrow and say, hey, I made a mistake. If that's the case, let's just save each other's time. This is after they say yes, making them earn it, making them prove it to you, right? Now, there's different levels of bias sophistication, so you got to come from a right place. You got to hear some incongruency. You have to hear some uncertainty, and then they have to truly decide, right? Because the more you keep pushing away, the harder they come at you. And you're like, well, hold on a second here. Like, I want to make sure that, like, you're not going to change your mind tomorrow, come back and say, hey, I want my money back. I made a mistake. Because if that's the case, let's not even do it. No, I'm committed. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. Okay, cool. And they prove themselves and you feel it's a good fit, then do it. If not, make them wait. I'm going to sleep on it, and I'll let you know if I let you in tomorrow. Like, who does that? No one does that shit. Because everyone wants the money. But you make them work. I heard someone do that the other day. Someone actually did that. Said, well, I don't know. I'm not sure if you're going to show up enough to the level I want you to right now. So give me a couple days to think about it, and I'll let you know if you're in. Like, that's strong, dude. That's strong. All right, that's all I got today. So remember, you're at 8, 7, or 8. Why that? Why not a 2? Right? Make them prove themselves. Okay, what do you think you would need to be, I don't know, a 9 or a 10? Boom. And that's it. That's how you do it, guys. All right. Questions, comments, anything. Put something in the comments if you want me to do a topic or something, like any topic, any objection or any part of the call that you're having a problem with. Let me know. I like doing these videos. So some people see it, get some joy out of it. Cool. I'm practicing on the camera. Anyway. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye.